Today we're talking about who we are and why we quit our jobs to follow our Disney dream.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Dan and Leslie here. If you don't know, we are quitting our jobs and moving to Disney World. Before we get started, if you are liking these videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe down below. That really helps us reach more people.
And also, we have a podcast that we publish every Sunday and Wednesday called Addicted to the Mouse. You should go check it out because if you like the videos, I bet that you'll like the podcast.
So this is the story about how two seemingly normal people, parents of kids, on a normal 9-to-5 work week track, quit our jobs and are moving to Orlando to follow our dream of being next to Disney World and building a travel agency that focuses on Disney vacations and Universal vacations and cruise lines and all of that stuff.
Yeah, our kids think we're crazy. Going way back to the beginning, we knew each other in high school, but we actually didn't start dating until college. We dated for about 3.5, we dated from 2002. We dated for 2.5 years.
We don't even know.
January of 2000. Oh crap, that is 3.5. Please don't put that in there.
Oh, I'm so putting that in there.
Just kidding. We dated for 3.5 years before we got married.
Oh Lord, okay. My background real quick is I got out of college and I started building houses. I did that for like 7 years. In the meantime, I got in the Army National Guard. I was in the Army National Guard for 15 years. I deployed to Iraq for almost a year in 07, 08, and then came back and the housing market had crashed. And so I always wanted to be a police officer. So I became a Tulsa police officer and then got laid off from that because of city sales tax revenue stuff, and they laid off a bunch of police officers because they couldn't pay us.
It was like 123
officers. Yeah. And then so I went full-time military and got into facility management, and that's what I do now is facility and project management for commercial facilities. And so I'm gonna do that for the next a little over 3 months until I link up with you guys in January.
Yeah. We were just talking today that Dan has never had a job where he can go to work and come home and not think about work. And so I don't even know what he's going to do with himself whenever he stops working.
Anything I want.
My background is I went to college right out of high school. I did 2 years of prerequisites and then entered nursing school, became a pediatric nurse. I worked the floor for 9 years before getting my master's, and I've been teaching for the last 10. Almost 7 years ago, I decided that we had gotten the Disney bug and I wanted to pursue becoming a travel agent that specialized in Disney vacations, really to just like supplement our vacation budget was the goal. And the rest is history.
Throughout all of that time, we developed this love to travel, and so that has really shaped and led us in this direction over the last few years. This has been playing out for a while, and through that love of travel, we really wanted to be location independent so that we could travel more. If you've been around this channel for a while, you've seen some videos that we've done on financial independence to travel, which is not saying that we wanted to retire early or quit work or anything so much as that we wanted to be independent from that 9-to-5 on location in a given city, day in and day out job, because we love taking our kids and exploring.
Yeah, we didn't want to depend on the 2 weeks a year of available vacation days in order to do the travel that we wanted to do.
So why Disney?
So we started going to Disney back in 2012. It was August of 2012. We took our kids for the first time. Both Dan and I had been whenever we were kids ourselves, but this was the first time that we were taking our boys. We have 2 boys. So I think we both wanted to go to Disney World, but really truly the planning behind this trip was a lot of that, you know, rite of passage to take your kids, like kind of that thing that you do, right? So Dan said, you better cram everything you want into this trip because we're not going back ever or for a very, very long time.
My, how things have changed.
And so we planned a fabulous vacation. It was quite wonderful because we
planned it too well because we have been back, I have no idea how many times. Fast forward to 2015, we became DVC members. 2016 was the first year we got annual passes and started going like 3 or 4 times a year.
That's when everybody started going Disney again.
So now, like, it's 2021. We have been to Aulani, we have been to Disneyland, we have been to, obviously, World a whole bunch. We are scheduled to go to Disneyland Paris next year. We have been on Disney Cruise Lines. So our goal really is to go to every Disney park across the world, across the globe.
So in amongst all of those Disney trips, we decided that we were going to take a cruise to Alaska. And that was the first kind of non-Disney trip that we had taken in quite a while. And so, other than just like little weekend getaways to like Great Wolf Lodge or something like that. And that made us realize that we really wanted to explore the world, and we wanted our kids to see so much more than even just Disney could offer.
And that was the first time that we really considered the whole financial independence to travel thing, so we could be location independent, so we could earn money, pay bills while we were traveling. Our original plan was to still quit our jobs, but to take a family gap year and to travel for at least 12 months, just like circumvent the globe and document those travels on the way, and then potentially start our travel agency when we got back. But then COVID happened and the world shut down. We were actually in Aulani when the world shut down. And so we cut our trip back a couple days early, and we came back and we didn't really know what to do. So our first international trip was obviously canceled. The around the world thing, that was definitely put on hold. But
we were itching to travel, and our international trip had gotten canceled, and so we decided that we were going to take a West Coast road trip. So we decided to take this West Coast road trip. So we started here in Oklahoma. We went Grand Canyon, Vegas, all the way up the coast of California, over to Yellowstone, down to Boulder, Colorado, and then back home.
And it was on this trip that we talked about moving that travel agency up, starting it in the middle of COVID, and it was actually the best decision we've ever made. And then part of that was moving our family to Orlando to be next to where we want to be able to create more content and to be able to be right there, because we think that that is where we should be, owning a travel agency focusing on Disney and Universal and cruises that are right there too. That's the place to be, and that's the best place to be, that we can take care of our clients and help our agents help their clients the best that they can.
That travel agency is Fantastical Vacations, and like Dan said, it was absolutely the best decision that we could have made. I can't tell you how many people looked at us like we were crazy and said, "You're starting a travel agency right now? Is anyone traveling?"
The answer was no. No one was traveling. But just how travel agencies work, where you're booking somebody now and they're not going to travel for a year, like everything came to a screeching halt, so all of the travel kind of stopped. So it was like a reset button. So then it was a lot easier to start it there, where everything was kind of stopping, and before it started again, to try to transition some weird way from one agency to another.
Yeah, and it really allowed us the time to be booking some vacations, but also focusing on building the agency, signing agents to come on to work with us as independent contractors, and so on and so forth. So what does the future hold for us?
So obviously we are going to create a lot more content, focusing, right now we're focusing on the move to Orlando, because that is what we're doing, and that's what's interesting to us, and we're not there yet. But once we get there, we are looking forward to starting a lot more content that is in the parks and things like dining reviews, product releases when they are fresh out, and any news that comes out, snacks, whatever it is, like we can try this stuff and share that with you.
Yeah, and we're also looking forward to exploring the surrounding areas of Orlando and just Florida in general and sharing that with you as well. So obviously another huge thing that is part of our future is to continue to develop and grow our travel agency, Fantastical Vacations. We've worked very hard to create a very positive culture, a very supportive agency, and we couldn't be happier with where we are with all of our agents at this point.
Yep, and then finally, we want to continue to travel and explore new places. We think that's really important for our kids that are now like 15 and 10 right now. They grow up too fast.
Too fast.
But we do still want to expose them to different cultures and new places and see new things. So being there where we have always traveled in the past, I think is going to open us up.
Yeah.
You know, obviously travel safely, but in the future, allow us to go abroad and see other things. So that is one thing that we're really, really looking forward to.
We have a long list of places that we want to go to, especially after doing all the research for the original Travel the World year.
That's right. So we hope that you enjoy these types of videos, and we hope that you come with us and explore all of those things, all of those places with us. We appreciate any feedback that you have, and we look forward to it.
So if you like what you've seen, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel, like this video, and come along on this amazing journey with us.
We will see you on the next video.